Welcome back, friends. Today we're reviewing the Nike Air Zoom Spiridon Fragment collaboration. We've already reviewed the Spiridon Undefeated collaboration. This is actually a really cool pair of sneakers. Nice, simple design. Typical Fragment design simplicity. So let's get started. Founded in the 80s by Hiroshi Fujiwara, Fragment Design introduced a streetwear culture to Japan. His inspiration and design stems from the overseas punk and hip-hop scene, and over the years have had many collaborations with various brands. And the collaborations are all over the place. One of these include Apple and Beats with a Fragment version of the Power Beats Pro. I actually tried to buy these, but they were sold out like super quick, so never was able to get a chance to get a pair. But some of his most successful collaborations are with Nike and Jordan brand. We see here the Fragment Design Air Jordan 1 High OG. This is a very coveted pair. Like, these things resell for stupid money. Very simple design, but just a beautiful looking shoe with the Fragment logo sitting right there. Second pair that they had was the Jordan 3 Fragment. Love this pair. We'll get to see this a little later. Again, very simplistic design. Beautiful looking shoe. Just a simple black and white design. Nothing really extravagant, nothing that pops out. Beautiful looking shoe. And of course, the most popular one is the Travis Scott Fragment two-way collaboration with Jordan brand. Three-way collaboration, I guess, with Jordan brand. This one is, again, the resale, and this is just crazy. I really wish I had a pair. My buddies do have a pair of this. I showed the box in one of the reviews that I had. And when they launched, I did try to get a pair of these. I think this was released in 2000 and never had a chance. It was a very tough one to cop, especially out here in Canada. So one that I regret not being able to get. Past that, a lot of different collaborations with, Nike, Converse, Dr. Martens, lots of different collabs, and they're all over the place. Like, some of these designs are just wild, like very different than the simplicity designs. Well, this one's here, the Lunar Force one's pretty simple design, pretty clean looking shoe. This one's one of my favorites, the Air Costin SB from 2013 and the Jordan 1 from 2014. Some of the designs are simple and some of them are pretty, wild looking. So lots of different design. There's the Jordan 3 there. And some of these are just a little bit over the top and not for me. With that being said, we have the Spiridon collab that we have here. Two pairs came out, one in this black version, and this is just a very monotone black design. Not a big fan of it. I've got enough black pairs of sneakers that I wanted something a little bit more, and this is the one that I got, the Blue Void, which is a very black and white, really reminiscent of the Air Jordan 11 Concord, simple black and white design. But not overly complicated like the Panda Dunks. Very good looking shoe. So let's get started with the unboxing. So pretty nice looking box, very simple looking design with the Fragment on one side. It's just a brown cardboard looking box with some blue color on it. The official colorway on this guy, just a little closer there, is white, Blue Void, and black. Really the Blue Void, as you'll see later, it's pretty close to black. So, and of course we've got the Fragment logo sitting there, little lightning bolts. Like I was saying, the Blue Void is a pretty dark looking blue. In most lighting, it's going to look black. It's mostly a black and white shoe. Opening it up, the papers have, you can see the Fragment logo and the Zoom Air logo on there. Really nice paper. So let's take these guys out here. There we go. Yeah, you can see that Blue Void there. It's pretty black. Grab the other one here. Again, you can see that. Look at it from this lighting. The Blue Void there pretty much looks black. So for all intents and purposes, this is a black and white shoe. There they are, the Spiridon Fragment collaboration. All right, so let's take a close look at these guys here. Oh, let me just get these guys out. All right, closer look at these guys. You have the hairy suede, short black suede, which suede again, and then there's the codes that the Fragment collabs are all famous for. Like I was saying, the hairy suede is a short suede, so decent for rain, and you got that waterproof material up at for the uppers. And it's basically the same material all around for the upper. It's just very simple. It's not like the Undefeated pair where it's lots of different types of material. But yeah, you got this reflective color on the tongue. The tongue's made of that same material as the upper. So the only thing that really breaks it up is that black short suede that you see here all around here. And then of course on the medial side you have the white Nike swoosh instead of the blue void. And then you have more design code and Fragment labels over there, and on the inside there, so we can get a good look at that. Nike Fragment Spiridon labeling. We'll take these guys out. Yeah, just your typical Dream Cell insole, and there it is. Nike Fragment Zoom Spiridon with a Nike swoosh in orange. Very basic looking insole. Well, let's see what's underneath there. See if we can take a look. Yeah, you got that same kind of a felt material in there. See, that's pretty clear. All right, let's get these back in. So yeah, pretty simple design. Like I was saying, like in most lighting, this looks like a black and white shoe. Oh yeah, right, the outsole. So you've got the Fragment labeling under there, and of course the connected front and rear air units. It really helps with the bounce by transferring air between the front and the rear. Alrighty, let's there it is, and let's compare these with some of the other pairs that I own. Like I was saying earlier, I actually don't own a pair of the Travis Scott Fragment Jordan 1s, but a friend of mine does, and you know, the box is a little bit cooler. It's a, you know, you've got an outer sleeve and everything that goes with it, so pretty cool looking box. A little more complicated than your typical Fragment design box. And then after that I have my pair of Jordan 3 Fragments, and again, very simple box. You've got the little pull hole there that's similar to the Jordan 11s that have it, and just you know, multiple colors of blue with the Fragment logo on there. I like that. I love that design of that hole. It just makes it easier to pull my boxes. And you've got the Jordan and Fragment logo on there. So, and then yeah, of course the Spiridon just comes in box with that Fragment and the logo on there. So very simple design box. All right, let's compare some of the pairs of shoes, and this is one of my favorites, the Jordan 3. And yeah, if you look at the Spiridon, it looks very similar to the shoe. The back tab used to be clear, and that's yellowed over time, and you see the Fragment coating and everything that's printed on shoe. It's just a typical Fragment design there. And yeah, it's just if you look at them, it's almost like the Spiridon is inspired by the shoe. It's a very similar looking shoe, especially if that blue void swoosh is comparatively black. So yeah, I just love the look of the shoe. It just really reminds me of the Jordan 1 Concord, which is another one of my favorites. Not a big fan of the Jordan 11s, but the Concord is one of my favorites. So oops, so let me move these around. Side by side look, it's a very similar looking shoe in terms of the colorway. Very simple design, and I love it. The funny thing is that back tab on the Jordan 3, I don't think they meant for it to age, but it aged this lemonade kind of yellow color, and a lot of reason why people don't like the Jordan 3 Fragments because of that design. They like the simplicity of the black and white look. All right, and then of course There you go. There's that blue. Just moving it. You can see the angle and everything. But that blue just gives a little bit of contrast, and yeah, and that's the only blue that you see actually on the Jordan 3 Fragment. Mine's a little bit worn. I've worn it quite a bit. Not the exact same blue as that Blue Void, but I think that's the Fragment blue. That's one of their signature colors that Fragment uses. All right, with that being said, let's get these guys on feet and see how they look. People always joke that the Spiridons look like dad shoes, so of course I have to get out of our family minivan for this one here. Anyhow, thanks so much for watching, and really appreciate all the viewers and comments since we started this channel. And let's take a look at some close-up shots of the Spiridon Fragment collab. Yeah, in the pictures you can see that blue really pops out a little bit more, but on the side view, of course, the lighting, you don't see it. It looks black and white. Very, very simple design. And again, I love how it looks so much like the Jordan 3 Fragments. Pretty cool looking shoe. So with that said, again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.